recent video has gone viral showing an American displaying racism towards an Indian by accusing him of needing to leave the country. Watch the video.
Why are you in my country? Why are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you in America?
Visiting.
I don't like you guys here. Indians, you guys are flooding all the white countries, and we're tired of it. Americans are getting sick of this shit. Okay? I want you to go back to India.
This video has ignited a wave of outrage and condemnation surrounding the issue of racism in America. Amid this uproar, many Indian Americans appear to view the situation with a sense of detachment. They believe that such incidents, though regrettable, are merely occasional outbursts from frustrated individuals within American society. Regarding this, I spoke to several Indians, and their opinion is, as Indian immigrants in America, we have earned the respect of the government through our significant contributions to the nation's economy and scientific progress. Many American senators and politicians acknowledge and celebrate our significant contributions to reinforcing America. Our hard work and dedication have played a vital role in shaping America's progress and success. Above all, we take pride in being a law-abiding citizens. As long as the American government continues to support us, we feel little need to take this anti-Indian incident to heart. The primary goal of this presentation is to examine the root causes of this hatred and promote harmonious and peaceful coexistence in America, especially for future generations of Indian descent. Please watch the video fully. No doubt it is not an entertainment video. I am an archaeologist, author, TV documentary producer, and editor of Indian Science Monitor. Having visited the United States multiple times, my observations and research have prompted me to explore these issues further, and I am here to present solutions in this video. I intend to stay optimistic. I hope you will find my presentation helpful. The root causes of these kinds of hatred videos: high achievers and wealth accumulation. Many Indians have achieved prominent positions in industries and academia, often earning substantial incomes. Some Americans perceive this success as a threat, which leads to a feeling of jealousy and resentment. Material prosperity. Indians tend to spend generously on luxury and real estate. During shopping trips, I have watched that Indians spend $250 or more in a grocery store, while the average American expenditure remains around $100. Such spending patterns sometimes evoke envy among Americans. Real estate boom. Indians' investment in large properties and real estate sector have driven up property prices in certain areas, making home ownership unaffordable for many Americans. In Dallas, many Americans told me personally that the Indians hiked the prices of the real estate business. This economic disparity fuels tensions and misunderstandings. Now the question is, who earns more, Indian Americans or Americans? Indian Americans are heavily concentrated in high-paying sectors such as technology, healthcare, academia, and executive leadership, where salaries are significantly higher. While many Americans work in traditional sectors such as manufacturing, retail, and service industries, these often offer lower wages. The average American worker in these sectors generally earns less than those in high-skilled, high-paying professional roles, such as those held by the Indian Americans. There is a growing concern that these factors could increase anti-Indian sentiment among certain low-income groups in America. Above all, this will become more pronounced and worsen due to ongoing environmental degradation and frequent natural disasters such as floods occurring in various American cities. These natural disasters will result in greater economic damage, primarily affecting low-income groups. This situation raises an important question. Are Indians prepared to handle the potential fallout and its impact on their community? We'll talk about this right now. Research shows that economic competition between two ethnic populations often influences inter-ethnic tensions, which can lead to attacks on the religion practiced by the minority group. In my book, Kanji to Cambodia, Greater India Revisited, I discuss how Indian migrants carried their Hindu faith and constructed temples in places such as Cambodia, Thailand, and Java. These Indian traders became economically successful and the temples flourished, growing wealthy. However, the immigrant Indians often did not assimilate with the local religions and cultures, which contributed to the decline in influence and deterioration of the temples. Consequently, the local population expressed the grievances through hostility toward these temples. The historical model has some applicability to the experiences of Indian Americans in the USA, albeit on a limited scale. Incidents of vandalism at the Malabar Hindu Temples, California 2018, Meenakshi Temple, Texas 2019, Paps Temple, Georgia 2013. Hinduism has been practiced in the USA for over 100 years, but it is currently facing scrutiny over the issue of casteism, which exists within this religion. A segment of new wave of immigrants from India is beginning to oppose this long-standing practice. They are challenging the casteism in American workplaces, particularly among fellow Indians. This is exemplified by a case involving caste discrimination at Cisco System in California in 2020. The California Civil Rights Department sued Cisco Systems, alleging that a Dalit employee faced caste-based discrimination from two high-caste Indian supervisors. Furthermore, the American Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. If the Indian American community does not handle this issue carefully, there is a risk of a religious conflict arising among different Indian groups. Such a conflict could be exploited by the economically disadvantaged segment of the American population, who might use casteism as a tool to foster hatred towards Indian Americans. It is now essential for Indian Americans practicing Hinduism to recognize the importance of this aspect and work towards uniting all Hindus under one umbrella. My theory is that religion plays a significant role in uniting, assimilating, and dividing factors equally. A relevant example is how Black Americans have assimilated into American society through the religious practices. Let's take the example of African Americans. In the early 20th century, African Americans faced the intense racial discrimination and social exclusion. Over the years, however, they transformed the situation through perseverance, engagement, adaptation of American societal values. Today, African Americans are an essential part of every sphere: politics, arts, business, and entertainment, making significant contribution to the nation's development. There is also a truth that Black Americans, predominantly Christian faith, has historically helped them to bridge bridges into the mainstream American society through shared religious celebrations and community support networks. In contrast, the diversity of Indian religious practices, especially polytheism, sometimes create cultural friction. Many Americans, especially those unfamiliar with Hindu traditions, feel uncomfortable with representation and rituals that differ from Christian norms. I have learned that in several American companies, Indians are discouraged from keeping the Hindu deities Lord Ganesha and Lord Hanuman at their desk at work. At the same time, the image of Buddha is considered acceptable. There is no doubt that the American government and society appreciate and respect Hindu festivals, often recognize them as a part of the country's rich cultural diversity. This respect has been earned over the years through India's significant contributions to the United States economy and societies. This respect does not acknowledge the acceptance of Hinduism by the American community. To date, over 900 Hindu temples have been constructed in the United States. This demonstrates how Indians regard temples as an essential part of their lives. Additionally, these temples serve as a means for Indians to preserve their traditional religious practices, similar to those found in India. However, with the growth of science, technology, and rationalism, many young Indians today are less inclined to visit these temples. This pattern is also noticed among youth of different religions. Consequently, the future of these temples' popularity and religious importance may be uncertain. To foster greater understanding and reduce misconceptions, Indian Americans might benefit from investing in academic and cultural initiatives. Instead of solely building temples, establishing academic chairs in Indian culture, covering arts, philosophy, language, literature, film, and music, could serve as a powerful means to introduce and deepen American appreciation of Indian civilization. By sharing Indian culture through education and arts, both communities can build bridges of mutual respect and understanding, reducing fears, stereotypes, and cultural misunderstandings. One of the key factors for successful integration is building genuine friendships with Americans and members of other immigrant communities, such as those from China, Mexico, and other countries. Unfortunately, I noticed that many Indians tend to lead isolated lives. The daily routines usually involve a long office hours from Monday through Friday, followed by weekend visit to temples or Indian cultural events. On weekends, many Indian families mainly socialize with their own ethnic group, attending Indian temples or watching Indian movies at theaters, which unintentionally creates social barriers. Because children are part of the cycle too, they seldom have chances to interact with American children or students from different backgrounds. Result, when Indian children reach college, they often struggle to connect with their American or other immigrant classmates. This social isolation can cause frustration, loneliness, and even academic difficulties. Please read the book Invading the Sacred, which portrays frustrated Indian students in American colleges. Today, I found a small part of Indian youth beginning to socialize with other communities, such as American, Mexican, and Black. No doubt, it is a good start. How can your children and family integrate into American culture? Some tips. Celebrate America's Independence Day by displaying a flag at your home and enjoying the day with family and friends. Please take a photo of your celebration and consider sharing it with your local newspaper. Encourage your children to learn about American history and write essays on the birthdays of notable historical figures such as Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Alva Edison, among others. Submitting these essays to the teachers can improve the school experience and earn respect. Visit nearby historical and archaeological sites with your children. For example, when I was in USA in 2017, I started an archaeology club that took families to Rockwell, Texas to study the mysterious wall and visit Native American sites. Inspire your children by sharing the successful stories of notable Indian Americans, including Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, Bobby Jindal, and Night Shyamalan. These stories can motivate them to follow similar paths. Encourage your children to pursue careers in American law, music composition, or politics. Supporting their goal in these fields will help them to integrate into mainstream of American society. Every Indian in America must recognize that they are living in a land that offers unparalleled opportunities. Embracing American society while preserving Indian cultural pride is not mutually exclusive. Both can be achieved simultaneously. Let us remember the future of our community, our children, and our collective legacy depends on our willingness to adopt, learn, and actively participate in the broader tapestry of American life. Dear viewers, now I am playing a segment of my video, This is America, recorded in 2017 in Frisco, Dallas. This video highlights how the USA has navigated through the dark clouds of history and emerged into the light. I hope you appreciate this video. Please give your comments. Thank you very much. America has endured as a unified nation through over 2 centuries of massive changes, including a civil war, 2 world wars, several economic depressions, not forgetting Great Depression 1929, financial crisis in 1980s, counterculture in 60s and 70s, and terrorist attack in September 11, 2001. Till now, America has survived in the worst economic and cultural disaster of modern times. So several are very optimistic. I like it. As an archaeologist and journalist, I strongly believe that the traditional American value system, freedom, faith, integrity, personal responsibility, a strong work ethic, or the penetrating force for making her as the greatest country of all times. These are the fundamental for the success of America. So we have to safeguard them, and also we should share them with the future generations. I have picked up some of the outstanding visuals for you. These are the symbols of American values. This is America. Mind you, I am very particular that these visuals have no captions. So it gives opportunity for us to sit with our children and explain them as to how invaluable has been the contribution of these personalities and events in shaping America as the greatest country of all times now. Let us watch the visuals, be happy, and have a peace of mind. This is America.